Reactor spitting fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures blow. Web3 wonders, chain reactors on the scene.
Good morning, guys. Cheers. Happy Tuesday, January 28th. We were supposed to cook, right? We were supposed to cook this time of the year, this part of the month. You know, this time in the bull market. We're supposed to cook right now. Maybe we're gonna. Maybe we're freaking gonna. What's up, Hoods? Good morning, man. Top of the freaking morning, man. Okay, maybe we're not cooking in the market yet. Although I could probably easily argue that we are. And I think maybe we're getting a little spoiled. But maybe the really good times are still coming. Maybe the banana zone is still on its way. In fact, you know what? Not to get ahead of ourselves, but I did see somebody ask Raoul Powell that yesterday. Are we still in the banana zone? And his answer is yeah. Yeah, we are. We're in the the first main drawback. And like the most violent part of the run is still ahead of us. And I see it. I feel it. So safe to say, I think the best time's still ahead of us now. That said, is it time to start thinking about when we plan our exit? It might be. It might be. I don't know. Part of me still thinks this time is a little bit different, a lot of bit different. Anyway, we do have a lot to talk about today, man. We have... Man, my goodness, the AI stuff's really cooking, especially after what we saw yesterday, this DeepSeek AI that really disrupted, I mean, the world, safe to say the world, one of the biggest headlines out there. It rocked the stock market here in the States, at least, the crypto market, yeah, and pretty damn disruptive for just AI in general. And then out of nowhere, we get a big old AI stimmy on base. I'm talking about VENICE. And that VVV token, yeah, I don't know, man. It feels to me like the next cook is on its way here. In NFTs, the next cook is here. It's Abstract, and their launch yesterday, I think, lived up to the hype, and maybe you don't see that in the market yet, but the UI, UX is pretty fantastic over there. Big mints starting to roll in. Probably just starting today, to be honest. Tomorrow, definitely some big mints coming. So a lot to be excited about. We got some OpenSea stuff to touch on. Unicorn Fart Dust, big news there. Bummer news, to be honest, but we'll get into that as well, man. Guys, smash the like on the show. I'm going to grab the X stream as well. Dude, I keep forgetting to grab that and drop it here. Let me drop that real quick. But yeah, tons to talk about. And of course, I think we might, not to get too spoilery, we might have some spicy news to drop on you today too. Volatility, good morning, man. Anyway, here we go. There's the links to the streams. If you're watching on X over on YouTube, we are streaming too. Chat's usually alive and well over there. You may want to hop over there and check it out. And very soon, hopefully, we'll be streaming on Abstract. Applied, waiting to see if we get accepted. I'm going to send some DMs over there too, because I heard they're only accepting 1,000 people. So not that many, all things considered, and considering they also got like 17,000 applications at least. So I'm going to start pushing a little bit just to, I don't know. I think we got to make that happen. So I'll keep you updated on that too. Man, let's get into it. Give the Bull a follow, guys. The Bull AI still giving away his tokens for free. Tweet at the dude. He tweets back at you some trivia. Or, you know what? You don't have to do the trivia. Just get him to like you. Good luck, though. But if he does, then GG's. He's sending you some Bull tokens. So get on that. Guys, again, we have some big news coming about the Bull. It's really soon. It's really soon. So make sure you're following the bull and bag yourself some bull while you're at it. Follow us at CryptoSlamIO, also on X. And then if you want to check out everything that's going on, with more details still coming here, follow us at SlamAI_XYZ. Head to the website there, check out the Slam token light paper, get a really good idea of what's cooking here. You guys know, AI Agent Launchpad, data that's accessed through this Slam token, Web 2 data coming on chain. There's a lot of crazy stuff coming. And more and more, you'll be hearing about that on the timeline here, too. So some really exciting stuff. Can't wait for you guys to hear more about it. Stay tuned. Really soon. Really soon. All right, let's get into the stories of the day here, guys. Again, DeepSeek, so disruptive yesterday, changed everything, put the fear of God in everybody collecting, well, like AI tokens here. And maybe builders, too, to some degree. In fact, guys, you know what? Like even getting way ahead of myself, but check this out. Cookie.fun. I'm going to start doing an AI segment, by the way, like a defined AI segment. And I'll be using the bull to help analyze, break stuff down. So just a heads up that I'm working that in. But right now, I just want to show you how disruptive it was. Yes, AI is up in the past 24 hours at this point, up 3.82%. But guys, this is the lowest I've seen the market cap of AI agents in, safe to say, months, right? I think months. I do remember the time when the market cap was like 5 bill, 7 bill. But man, when we hit that 10 bill market cap, we never came back down, and we got dangerously close to it. Part of me can't remember if we actually dipped down like just below 10 mil, but it's worth noticing that figure now, because I bet you guys haven't seen that that low in a while too. Again, 10.7 bill when we got as high as 17, I think 18 point something bill. So different market in AI right now. I think kind of like the macro market. It's a pullback, and it's an expected pullback, and I still think like nothing's changed on my side. 100 bill market cap for the AI token or AI agent ecosystem. Yeah, I'm still betting on that. But that said, AI 16Z is what really caught my eye, how low this one's gotten here. 687 mil market cap for this one now, which got as high as, guys, did we hit 2 bill market cap on AI 16Z? I remember, yeah, you know what? I almost want to look at a chart, and I'm not going to. 1.4 bill, I remember. For the life of me, I can't remember. I thought we got to about 2 point something bill. Maybe it's 1.5. Either way, also incredibly low. I'm sorry, I look at it as a huge, not financial advice, but huge opportunity, knowing they have Eliza V2 coming, that what we saw with DeepSeek is an evolution in AI. Very much I expect that to be incorporated in AI 16Z somehow, some way in the Eliza framework. It's only getting bigger, better, faster, cheaper. And to me, that's bullish for anybody building. And that's what AI 16Z, the token, represents. So yeah, interesting seeing prices where they're at now, knowing that AI just took a leap forward. A leap forward. This market's interesting now. But what also shook people yesterday was this interview here with the CEO of Scale AI talking about DeepSeek and their team, who had an unusual amount of these NVIDIA, what are they, GPUs, chips, processing power, an amount they shouldn't have had. If you guys didn't hear this, I'm going to play this real quick, 30-second clip. But it's pretty eye-opening to realize what the competition really is. It's probably not what a lot of people thought, as in we probably have a lot stiffer competition here in the AI race.
You know, the Chinese labs, they have more H100s than people think. You know, these
are the highest powered NVIDIA chips that they were not supposed to have.
Yes. My understanding is that DeepSeek has about 50,000 H100s, which they can't talk about, obviously, because it is against the export controls that the United States has put in place. And I think it is true that, you know, I think they have more chips than other people expect, but also on a go-forward basis, they are going to be limited by the chip controls and the export controls that we have in place.
Again, I think all of this news yesterday it rattled the markets. It did. It made us realize, like, yes, Trump's talking a big game, but the competition is really there, and it's really important. Maybe really important to win that battle. I think so. By the way, good morning, Cutie. Good morning, Murray. Good morning, Gus. But yeah, spicy day. Nonetheless, like very, very spicy day. Now, I liked Sam Altman's reply to this. This was similar to my take pretty quickly, which is, this is cool. Honestly, it's cool. I like innovation. Like, I'm a tech nerd. A lot of you guys probably are too. I'm a tech nerd. I like seeing innovation. I like seeing things work better, and I like the competition, man. So Sam Altman looking at it very much like that, and now saying that they're going to deliver better models. Looking forward to the competition, but it looks like they're going to speed up their pace too. And I wouldn't be shocked to see them release more advanced models faster now that are more capable, and maybe give some of those to the lower tier, subscription plans they have on ChatGPT. Again, I look at this as super bullish. Remember, they just launched their own agent platform operator just like last week. So the advancements are coming fast. They're coming furious. And I'll bring it back to, the opportunity for us. It is these AI cryptos. And it is Trump as the president here in the States and him appointing this AI and crypto czar. And this $500 billion investment that was announced 2 weeks ago, crazy. The competition's about to get wild here. We benefit via crypto, what many people, including CZ, call the currency of AI. Yeah, these low prices we're seeing now, yet again, not financial advice, but these low prices we're seeing now, I think it's a gift. I think it's, when people shout free, I can't help but shout free. It's what it feels like to me when I add up all these individual pieces, and when I try to be like a little more composed with how I think about this. It's looking to me like a really obvious play coming up here. Now, especially considering if DeepSeek rattled the market because it's, again, too cheap, too good, too fast, too whatever, too disruptive, I don't think it's going to be a factor for long. At least here in the States, look, it's developed in China, supposedly. Right, it's being reported that, like TikTok, it collects IPs and your keystrokes and like everything you're doing on your device, which means like TikTok, it is going to get banned. And make no mistake, TikTok got banned. The ban's not being enforced. TikTok has to be sold. DeepSeek will almost certainly face the same thing here. Almost definitely going to face that. So again, bullish. Bullish if you're into like all these speculative plays here in AI. It really is. Stitch, good morning. Cats, good morning. Yeah, Sam, you know what? Volatility, Sam kind of did get exposed. And also, it does cost more to build earlier. It does. I mean, I think we're seeing all the newer agents come out, and they're just better. Like, the more work people do ahead of you, and as open source as this stuff is, I mean, I expect that kind of thing to continue, to be honest. But still, like, I think everything that happened just so bullish for AI and crypto, the very stuff that we're in. Here's Trump speaking on, actually, I believe right here he's commenting on DeepSeek, but at the very least, and there's a separate clip, if not, that does have that. But it's great hearing him talk about AI the way he's talking about it.
The release of DeepSeek
there we go.
AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world. Even Chinese leadership told me that. They said, you have the most brilliant scientists in the world in Seattle and various places. But Silicon Valley, they said, there's nobody like those people. This is very unusual when you hear a DeepSeek, when you hear somebody come up with something. We always have the ideas. We're always first. So I would say that's a positive. That could be very much a positive development. So instead of spending billions and billions, you'll spend less, and you'll come up with, hopefully, the same solution.
I just more and more like his takes. He's either got the right takes himself or has the right advisors. Also, how does his voice sound so different depending on the time of day? That's like a medication thing, right? It's got to be. I don't know. I think we've all picked up on that before. But again, DeepSeek, I imagine, is going to get banned. And at least the fire's now been lit. If it wasn't before, and I think it already was, but, maybe in a different way now, just knowing that, like, the competition's on. This man saying we're going to be the AI and crypto capital of the world. I mean, come on, man. If you don't need more evidence of where this stuff's going. And then yesterday, honestly, in a way, this was bigger than DeepSeek. In a way. Because, I don't know, me personally, I was a little, okay, I don't want to say worried about the base ecosystem with AI, but this weekend with Virtuals announcing them expanding to Solana, there's at least a little concern, right? Like, I like the AI agents on base, especially AI XBT. That agent's fantastic. I like Luna. Luna was the first one that I really thought was freaking cool, right? That autonomous agent that was streaming. I thought Luna was cool. But Coinbase not listing these AI tokens, it's a big problem. At least it was. Probably still is to a degree. But I have been worried a bit about the base AI stuff. And then yesterday, Venice. Do you guys call it Venice? Am I saying it right? Am I pronouncing it right? But Venice comes out, and this has actually been out for like almost a year at this point too, with users using this tool. But what they did yesterday is launch a token. And guys, this token absolutely cooked. I'm talking like this token absolutely sent to a $2 billion FTV. Absolutely cooked. And a lot of people got a big old free stimmy, a big old airdrop of that token. I think was it a claim, guys? Did you have to claim? But man, Mike, good morning. Just the fact that out of nowhere on a day that people really needed it, some people got that big old stimmy. Win number one. Win number two is seeing a base token cook all the way up to $2 billion, something I didn't know if we'd see. Man, it's like virtual. Their token was in the billions. And AIXBT had crossed $1 billion at one point. But other than that, on base, we haven't had any billion-dollar cooks, really. And then you have one come out of the gates like that. That we needed to see. That was bullish for the space. It's bullish for base. It's bullish for AI. It's bullish for all of it. And yet, again, it just shows you the potential of what this space can do in an instant. So yesterday, I think, was a pretty defining moment. Even if the market doesn't show it, there's little indicators out there. 50% of that supply. 50%, pretty good chunk, was given out to the crypto and AI community on base. So 25% went to those Venice users, 25% to base token holders like virtual. I got to check and see if I got any. I don't have much base tokens at this point. I've got like Chaos. I might have Cookie still. I don't know. I don't know if I got any token. I hope you guys did get. But like, great example here. This dude held some virtual, got a $2,600 stimmy if he sold. It's pretty damn cool. And again, as the season heats up, I think we'll see a lot of that. Like a lot of that. Cutie, you used it before. Never created an account, wasn't required. Yeah. I got to even hop on the platform and remember if I touched it or not. But yeah, it's interesting. It's not new. Newly launched a token. We'll probably see more of that too. But dude, look at that. At the time of that tweet, and that was probably near all-time high yesterday, probably we could look at the chart and match it up, but that stimmy they dropped was worth like, damn, guys, $250 million. Damn. Yeah, that's something. Well, if this industry is going to grow the way I think it is, and in the crypto sector, I'm expecting this to not be the last time we see something like that. So be aware. Maybe great to get exposure to, I don't know, all kinds of different AI things on all kinds of different chains. I do think we're going to see copycats of that, right? It's like a Trojan horse. It's a way to get this like instant engagement. It's no different than Blast token, OpenSea token, like all these things, right? It's a tried and true method to get exposure. It works. Anyway, here's Venice. TLDR, AI platform that lets you access OpenAI, or I should say ChatGPT. Let me see what others. I got a list here. By the way, 400,000 registered users, 50,000 daily active users. Like it's not a nothing burger. We'll say that at least. Their big thing is privacy, by the way. Your queries, your searches, the things you're typing, it's not public. Which I don't know if you guys used like Midjourney or something. That was my first time really fucking around with AI and knowing that every one of my prompts, not that they matter for me, but every one of my prompts is public. And in this age where data and privacy is valuable, that's probably pretty damn important to a lot of people. To me, it actually is. I think the price action we're seeing on that shows that it is to a lot of people. Anyway, privacy is key there. And also, the VVV token, it's airdropped to you, right? If you don't sell it, you stake that bad boy. You earn on it, but also I think it continues to give you access to the platform, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty damn cool. I don't know. They're doing a lot right there. It's an interesting model. Again, I think expect that to be copied because it seemed to work. It seemed to work. It's on my radar. It's on probably everybody's radar at this point. Again, a big old stimmy. Dude, Zeneca got $200,000. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Myself used it regularly too, no account. And so, guys, what? You needed the account to get that airdrop? Is that it? And with an account, did you have to connect your wallet? Dude, they did no pre-sale. Yeah, it's really cool. Really, really freaking cool. I like it. I'm rooting for these guys. But yeah, VVV is how Jesse from Base, by the way. VVV is how agents will access inference and compute on chain. Compute's something that we got to put a special focus on at some point. Like, all this stuff takes so much power, dude. So much power to actually run this AI stuff. And inference is kind of like, is it kind of like compute? It's the way I understand it. It's like inference is like quantifying. It's quantifying like the answers that you get. That's the way I read it. Midjourney was the thing. Midjourney is what woke up like a lot of us to AI. For me, like Midjourney, and I could like type stuff and get images. That was the first time I'm like, oh, dude, this is cool. I can see how I use AI. And since then, like 100 ways over. But Midjourney was first. And now it's crazy, dude. Crazy to think when you first touch Midjourney to where we're at now and how much it's grown. And just think out for a year and a half from now, what it's going to be like, dude. Going to be crazy. So Coinbase, a little controversy here, a little bit. It's not crazy, but they announced pretty damn quickly they're supporting that token, that VENICE token, like going to list it on the platform, and very quickly they did list it. I assume that's spot trading. I'm assuming that. But like actually a decent amount of backlash because like they're not listing virtuals. They don't have, I don't think AIXBT listed. I don't think they have any other AI tokens really. I don't think they have many other listed here. Now, did they list this because of who's involved and because that price action's so crazy? I mean, to Min Dynasty's point here, I don't think I've seen that either. I don't think I've seen a billion market cap in 15 minutes. I remember like boom, we saw it in like 24 hours, but like 15 minutes? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And then Jesse addressing those listings too. Again, that's a hot topic, rightfully so. Like Coinbase is to jump through more hoops. Like they're under a different kind of scrutiny, I think. And so as much as we want them to list everything, especially like base tokens, maybe they can't. Maybe they legit can't. Like want to, but can't. Dude, it's fair to question how the hell they listed this one so quick, though. I mean, just being real. Because this one took all of what? A few hours for them to get listed? I don't know. Hey, I'm just happy that it happened and that stuff's cooking and that people won and that AI's looking awesome. I mean, it's that simple to me. And it just gets me excited for where this stuff's going. Think back to what? 24, 36 hours ago, the market, Bitcoin specifically, was at 98K. It was, guys. And each time it dipped to 98K, it bounced right back to 101, 102. Looks strong to me, boys. Looks really strong to me. Right now at 102. It looks like this market, look, if we dip, it looks like there's plenty of people who want that cheap Bitcoin. And that mostly applies to other coins too. I think this next move up is going to be pretty violent. And I don't think it's far off. ETH just under 3,200 here. Ripple up 10% in the past 24 hours, almost 10% in the past 24 hours, back over $3. Solana 235. God, I hope I have time. Dude, I'm looking at the clock already. Dude, once we get through like some of the stuff that's coming for the bull and I have more time to put in the morning show, the streams can go like longer than an hour. They need to because there's so much going on. I still want to talk about the exchanges and how they're trading against you. And they are. And this Solana pullback to 235 is a big part of that story. But there we go. Solana at 235. BNB still under $700, 671 right now. Market looks fine to me, man. Ready for that next leg up. Quickly looking at ETFs. Bitcoin, 457 million outflows yesterday. Biggest day outflow since when? Jeez. Maybe all year? That might be all year. This is a big day outflows. Again, the market spooked yesterday. On the ETH side, 136 mil in outflows. Again, that might be the worst day of the year so far for the ETFs. Trump doesn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Trump's got like my kind of conviction. This is World Liberty Finance, by the way. It's not Trump. But sorry, like the Trump DeFi platform is not buying $10 million worth of ETH if he doesn't know exactly where it's going. This man knows exactly where it's going. It's so obvious. Is he like, does he have insider knowledge? Like, honestly, I think he's telegraphed everything he wants to do. He's signing executive orders. He's saying the United States will be the crypto capital of the world. What else do you need to hear? He could have no other info beyond that. He knows what he's trying to do, right? So if all the other signals out there, again, the executive orders, the comments aren't enough, at least copy trade the man. Maybe that's probably smart. That's probably smart, right? Cutie, that's like my favorite comment in a while, actually. Dude, that's awesome. That's the goal here, dude. It's take everything as much as possible from the past day and like just get it to people so they don't have to spend all day plugged in, even though it's fun as fuck, right? Like just being plugged, it is. But dude, that's funny because that's the goal. And I will be AI one day. I will. Working on that. But there you go. Copy trade Trump. It's that simple. If you want to win, not financial advice, but copy trade that guy. Another great signal. Scott Bessent confirmed as Treasury Secretary, pro-Bitcoin, pro-crypto. It's not enough, by the way, $500,000 in Bitcoin ETFs, but pro-crypto. All the signs are there. Where we're going is pretty freaking obvious. Dude, Tony, I don't know. Wild Goat Coin is so not on my radar. It's like, yeah, it's just not on the radar. It's got it, like, that's going to be one of those things that has to pop up organically for me. Like, and maybe I'll miss it. I miss plenty of stuff, but I never hear about it anywhere. So it's hard to cover. It's hard to like show up on the screen. I don't know anything about it. I don't hear about it. And that doesn't mean it's not going to cook. There's like 50,000 things that'll cook that I'll miss, but I don't hear about it anywhere. And again, it could be great. I hope it cooks for you. But if it comes up, I'll cover it. I definitely would. But you tell me where it fits in with all this stuff. Cause for me, it doesn't fit yet. We'll say yet. I hope it cooks for you. Let's look at the NFT market. And then, guys, we got to talk abstract and OpenSea and all kinds of cool shit. Again, Ron Unicorn Fart Dust is a bummer. But looking at the NFT market, dude, okay, got ahead of myself. Let's look at volume first. Volume pulling back, yeah. Although this is the week I circled as maybe volume starting to pick up, and maybe it's early in the week, but so far, not so great. Just over 19 million sales yesterday. Sellers down, buyers down, transactions down. Average sale price up. Yeah, trade profits still not great. Now we got the Pudgy Penguin effect. We'll get to that too, but people dumping those Pudgy Penguins. It was like Azukis that were really driving those negative trade profits. It's Pudgy Penguins now. At least starting to, and you'll get a look at that in a moment here. But yeah, not looking... guys, it's not terrible, but it's not phenomenal either. Pudgy Penguin sales up. Look, it's always misleading to go by floor prices, and it's misleading also to go by, or I don't want to say misleading, but it doesn't tell the whole story. If you go by floor price or if you go by volume or even market cap, you got to use all of them to tell that whole story. Because look, you see Pudgy Penguins on top, you see 3.2 million sales, and you're like, man, hot, right? No. In a way, hot, but prices dumping on those Pudgy Penguins big time. Same with Little Pudgies. But those are your top two collections. CryptoPunks behind them. Then we got Azuki, D-Market, Courtyard, Gilded Guardian Heroes. Going to skip the BRC20s again. Milady's, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Pudgy Penguins, Bitcoin Puppets. I don't know what this is. Luckily, they're not in the top 10, nor am I pushing them up there. But I am keeping my eye out for base collections because I do think base NFTs are going to come on very strong at some point. And then your top sales, I'm going to refresh that, but I think that Spirit Azuki is going to stay. Yeah, sure did. Azuki 5627. Again, a Spirit Azuki 60 ETH. I wonder, dude, did they take a big loss on that? They might have. And then a bunch of CryptoPunks, man. That's one of those indicators I'm always watching for. Again, the big old run on punks. Wait, is that a Spirit Azuki? I think so. I think it is. All right, I'm looking at previous sale. I want to see if they took a big loss on that. Okay, $190,000. No, that was nope. That was a big win. Okay, so that's not adding to the trade profits. In fact, that gave a little padding. So GG's to the seller there. Sorry about anime. Can anime serve? Yes, dude, it totally can. It totally can. Dude, anime's so tricky. In fact, why don't I pull it up, because it's a pretty important coin. It says a lot about right here, right now. Like, Pangu's down, anime's down. I just think, man, everybody's being so reactionary. Anime might be an opportunity here, but let me see here. Let me find the right pair. I think this guy here, Arbitrum. I think. Yeah, I think that's right. 270 mil market cap. Look, here's the deal. Either Azuki fucked everybody. I mean this. Either Azuki literally only launched a coin and is, in theory, launching a block. I don't want to say in theory, like, are launching a blockchain, but either they're just doing that, token, blockchain, and then a bunch of wishful thinking, or, and if that's what they got, then they fucked you. I mean it. They fucked you. Or if they have plans for a platform like Doodles TV and Studio or whatever, and they got a whole bunch of partnerships lined up, and they have a vision. Let me go beyond that. They have more than just a vision for what's going to be the future of anime. They actually have been part of building that future. Again, making the partnerships, getting deals, getting people lined up to actually launch things on Anime Chain. If they're doing that, then this is a great opportunity. Because that means they got all kinds of announcements coming, right? And if they got announcements coming, announcements move token price. If people like the announcements. And I think they'll like it. So it's one or the other, and nobody knows now because it's radio silence. I would have expected them to drop news, or the smart thing to do would be save news for when the market's hot. That's a really normal way of operating, right? It's what they should do. But I don't know right now. Are they sitting on their news waiting for the market to be hot to then drop that news? Or do they really got nothing? And I can't read them right now. They might have nothing. So if they got nothing, yikes about that token. You know? I don't know, man. Cats. Do you think you need... Dude, okay, I saw your comment in our Discord too. Dude, I don't know. I do think there's going to be a limit there. I do. So Katz is asking, do you think you need to have... I'll get to this too. We're going to go over the Pangu requirements. But do you think you need to have basically a minimum amount of Pangu to get any ABS abstract tokens? Look, I'm still wondering, based on rumors out there, if Pangu is going to be the abstract token, not a separate ABS token. I don't know. It's just a rumor. It feels right to have a cutoff for who's getting ABS, right? It feels like there would be a minimum Pangu to get ABS, but I don't know. Total guess. But back to anime, though, it just doesn't feel like it can get much lower. With the market, like, sentiment is pretty low across the board, too. To me, it feels like this market's about to rip. It does, across the board. And when it rips, everything pumps. And anime, you see how quickly, guys, VVV, $1 billion market cap in 15 minutes. That's how fast things can move. This thing's got a 5x to get back to its all-time high. Can it do that? Hell yeah, it can. Yeah. So it still has potential. I don't want to influence people to buy or sell because it's a pure guess. They got news and it pumps, or the market cooks and it pumps, or they got nothing and people are like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm on to Pangu. Either of them, either scenario I see. Don't know. A reminder, guys, if you want a whitelist here, first off, congrats. Mint's coming up at noon today, noon Eastern time. It's a discount from the public mint. So if you got the whitelist, you definitely want to mint there. It's such a fucking great collection. Started minting for 8NAP pass holders yesterday. Great freaking collection. I think it'll do well too. I still really do. And I do feel that art meta really starting to bubble up too. There's a big FX hash mint coming in 2 weeks. I don't think we want to miss. We'll show that as we get closer to that mint or as other news slows down. But art stuff's looking pretty spicy to me, guys. All right, now, this is really one of the biggest stories of the day. It would have been if it didn't get overshadowed by AI, but Abstract Chain is here and it's live and it's fucking beautiful. It is. It's a great experience, and that's what they were going for. Consumer crypto. Cat's fanatic, dude. I'm with you, man. Cat said we're in a bear trap currently. Everything's going to rip soon. Yeah, you got guys out there who are screaming end of the cycle's coming. And you see really smart, reasonable traders out there saying, hey, I'm planning to get out in 2 to 3 months because, sell in May and walk away. Well, the truth is, you don't want to sell in May because that's when everybody else is going to start selling. You want to sell in March, April. And when everybody else is dumping in May, you're already out. That's what you really want to do. I'm sorry, I'm still the this time is different guy. Might be. Don't hold on my behalf, but I don't know. I'm okay holding. Okay, look, I have seen time and time again that look, both sides work. Sell when things are there and lock in those profits, and it works. That definitely works, and more often than not, you're probably up. But I also see so often that if you just accumulate and you sell next to nothing, one of those things does a parabolic thing, and you would have retired off that. I see that all the time. How many people I got a buddy, a guy at CryptoSlam, who held like 5% of the WIF supply, and he was up a few $1,000 and he sold it. Guy would have like 50 million bucks right now, or when it was at its peak, right? Most people have a story like that where they would have been up many tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or maybe even more, maybe in the millions if they just held everything. It's the truth. So I don't know. I more and more lean to the side of let me just hold everything forever. And one day maybe it pops off. I don't know. I'm not convinced that, I'm not convinced this dies off in a few months. I do think it's different. Cutie, no microdose today. No, I didn't even think of it. Now I'm tempted. But you know what? I think I've mentioned to you guys before, when I microdose, I have so much more trouble finding my words. I don't know why. It feels like that should be opposite. If I microdose, I can play guitar like a madman, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I can draw. It's the weirdest thing, but I can draw like really well when I microdose. Or like, I've only I've only had a real trip once, and for like 6 months after that, I drew like phenomenally. I didn't even recognize myself. I'm like, it gave me superpowers. And what was the point of that? Dude, I can't find my words when I microdose. It's the weirdest thing. So, whatever. Abstract is live. Back to that. Look, okay, the experience is gorgeous. I like the site. I like that everything's in one place. I've not even done anything over there. Look, like no bullshit. You can see I've not bridged any money over. I've not participated yet. I'm sitting out the first few minutes. I'm watching. I'm learning. The first thing I want to do over there is stream. These guys, I hope they approve my shit. Again, I'm going to hit them up because, again, only 1,000 content creators. My thing needs to be here. Daily news needs to be here. Like, right, get that sweet Pangu multiple. Who's all streaming here? I don't recognize most of these people. I don't know that I'm going to do better than them. No, I'm going to do better than most of them. Let's be honest. I'm not like an ego dude, but I'm proud of what we got here, guys. Between you guys and me, right? Like, I'm proud of it. I'll put it up against anybody's whatever. So I do want to stream over there. Cats, what's the bearishment? Is that on Abstract? Mike Bennett, good morning, man. Like, Keezy, there's just dudes who stream, and, like, I do think what we do is a little different. I hope it's, like, got a little more substance to it. Like, I'm not just trying to farm people for likes. I'm trying to, like, give people something that actually, like, makes, like, the day and the journey in crypto and in NFTs actually easier. Like, keeps you plugged in less time. Like, that's the goal. I don't see a lot of that out there. There's definitely some of that out there. I don't see a lot of it. So, again, I'm proud of what we got going on. Back to the Abstract platform, though. I do really like the experience. And when they talk about consumer crypto, this feels closer to it than anything I've seen before. Like, just easy use, seeing where you got to go to do what the things you want, seeing what the hot things are. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to, Blast or any other ecosystem, and I don't know where to go. And then I'm stuck, like, diving into X to hear what influencers are telling me to go to. I'd rather just have the ecosystem tell me what's the stuff they think is good. And I don't have to worry about the scammy stuff. Get right to the cream of the crop. I really like it. It's a really, really great experience so far. And I think, tip of the iceberg, I think Luca's cooking. I do. I think, look, they're burning Pangu. Luca was streaming yesterday burning Pangu live. I think there's more coming. Like, there's a graphic they put out. It was like Abstract Live, and there's a pudgy penguin sitting there at a computer and a fire around him. I think there's more coming. Some dynamics, like if they launch an ABS token, that there's some kind of Pangu ABS burn mechanic. Like, I think Luca's got some spicy shit coming. I do. I really do think he's got that. But like, congrats to Saigar, congrats to Luca, congrats to Finn, all those guys, and it's a big old team. But these guys working their ass off to build this thing. Formerly the Frame blockchain, Igloo Inc. buys it, turn it into the Pudgy Penguins chain, and making it again consumer crypto. I love it. These guys see the future, like the whole, what's the saying, skate where the puck is going. They're doing exactly that, and their timing is just perfect. So I like it. Like, congrats to all these guys. I think their chain's going to cook. But we are starting to get some more details. I expect this to trickle out as the platform, becomes more stable, as people get used to it. Slow trickle of info, making sure they're doing it at the right time, right? Again, timing is awesome. But here we go. With the launch of Abstract Chain Mainnet, Abstract has opened up statuses for Pudgy Penguins, Little Pudgy, and Pengu holders. And again, here's the tease. Statuses don't encapsulate the full scope of how Abstract's going to reward and integrate Pudgy Penguins, Little Pudgy, and Pengu holders. There's more. There's definitely more. XP. So like on Blast, where you could farm, I don't know, protocols and platforms and earn rewards, like gold, basically. Well, you're going to earn stuff on different platforms here. You are going to get multipliers here and rolls based off of what you hold in the Pudgy ecosystem. So here's what Cats Fanatic was referencing earlier, this 88,888 Pengu. That gets you the Pengu 1 roll. What does it do? I think for now we know it's bonus XP. Is it more than that? I think so. Pengu plans to have a significant tie-in with Abstract in the near future. Guys, what if Pengu is their token? Right? I keep hearing the rumors. That would be pretty damn significant. Pengu is the Abstract token. It could be. I got 250,000 Pengu. That gets you the roll in their Discord, right? Pengu Enjoyer. So I'm right smack dab between these two. I'm not going to move down or up. I'm good with the 250K. But there you see it here. 888,000 gets you Pengu 2, and 8,888,888 gets you Pengu 3. All these, again, multipliers on your XP as you're farming out these platforms. And then you're also getting bonuses here. Shout out to fucking Geist. Guy's awesome. He's doing his spaces right now. Don't go listen to him. He's awesome, but don't leave. No, he's great. Whatever. He does an Ape Chain show. He's awesome. And Benny, thank you, dude. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, guys, smash the like. But yeah, these rolls, these are also in their Discord. These rolls get you bonus, multipliers on your farming too. So Elite Chad, lots of NFT projects get the Elite Chad roll. So chances are you probably got it. I'm assuming there's a way to like link your wallet that you registered in Discord with your Abstract wallet. You get the bonus multipliers. I've got Elite Chad through CyberKongs and maybe Quantum Cats. I think Quantum Cats, but all these rolls, graduated Elite Chad, Giga Chad, Pudgy Penguin holder, Little Pudgy holder. They're all getting multipliers. They might stack. I love it. And then Whale.mocha, he put out a little XP guide. Like, where do you get XP from? Look, think again like Blast. Just using this thing, trading, buying tokens, trading NFTs. They don't have any definitive ways, by the way. It's going to be trial and error, and I think this is actually smart. I think it's smart. Look, some of them is defined, right? You can see this here. Like using certain platforms, but I think some of this is actually hidden, which I think is cool. As in, like, some platforms you're going to use, and there's no, like, announcement that this platform equals X rewards, but it's hidden that if you use it, you get it, which is great. I think that just incentivizes people to try out everything, and maybe some of these things, like, there's no XP listed, but it's actually like a multiplier, like bonus. And actually, I think that's how it works. I think Whale mentions that in this thread, that there's like bonuses that maybe shuffles between platforms, but it's not announced who's got the multiplier. So again, it just incentivizes you to just stay active in that ecosystem and to try out everything. I think it's going to cook. Oh, by the way, here's those Elite Chad partners. So again, a lot of you probably have something here, like Pudgy Penguins, yeah, Doodles, Bodagos, Mogcoin, Bored Apes, Jirasan, Goblin Town, what else here? Azuki, Puppets, Claynosaurs, Sappy Seals, Meme Land, Node Monks. I still think Quantum Cats are on here. I know Cyberkongs are on here. They're just not listed, but Cyberkongs are on there. Baby Kongs, by the way. Baby and I think Genesis Kongs, not Genkai. But yeah, a lot of people who have that role may not realize it. I like it. I like all of what I'm seeing over there, all of it. Including some of the upcoming NFT mints, too. There's some good-looking mints here. Now, these two, according to Lashmi, these are the only two like endorsed by Abstract mints coming up. There's a Pixel Lady Maker, like a Milady Maker deriv, and then Cloud Skies. That account suspended. I don't know what to think of that, but those, according to this dude, are like Abstract endorsed. So do with that what you will, but these are coming up. Okay, I don't know about Pixel Milady Maker, but Cloud Skies is, yesterday. That was yesterday. Okay. I don't know if that actually minted then. Pixel Milady, I would try to find, and I'll try to keep you updated, but I would try to find that mint. It's not that expensive. I think those mints are going to actually start cooking here pretty soon. As soon as this market turns around, like some Abstract collection is going to cook. Abstra Monsters tomorrow. Free mint. Those are going to do great. Those might be the #1 NFT collection there pretty quickly. So keep your eye on that too. That will sell out. That'll do decent on secondary. And then this is today. This is probably one you don't want to miss. Yeah, there's Mintify, their Abstract keys. And then some details here. Let's see. First come, first serve. That goes first. What time is that? Yeah, first come, first serve. 5,800 of these total. So the first phase, like, again, allow list, $19 per key, 3 per wallet. And then after that's phase 2, it's public. Whatever's left over goes there. It's like, it's a little more expensive, $30 per, 5 per wallet. And then there's an airdrop in phase 3. But yeah, you know what? Like, this gives me that vibe. This definitely gives me that vibe. By the way, Mintify just announced like a few days ago, I think it was maybe Friday, they're not supporting Blast anymore. Yeah, no Blast anymore. Blast is getting brutalized. But there's that. Hey, what's I'll pull up Bearish. Cats, okay, Cats is saying all the other keys he's gotten haven't been worth much. So interesting. Even at that price, is that normally their price? Okay. Here's the Bearish collection. Dude, 72,000 followers. Okay, mints today in like just over an hour. Damn. 0.055 mint. If that engagement's legit, then that's going to cook. If it's legit. You know what? I don't know. Okay, some of this is kind of questionable now. Kind of. And I don't know. But if I see a tweet with 28,000 likes, and yes, it's a few days ago and it's pinned, and I see a Spaces tweeted 14 hours ago with only 46 likes, and then there's one with 1,500, and then 1,700, and then 37, and then 33. Like, seems a little off. 3,100. I don't know. It's definitely worth watching. But like, right, I'm on the lookout for things that are botted and fake and whatever. I don't know. I mean, engagement looks good. Just seems weird. Because if I go to like Steady Teddy's on Barachain, everything's got engagement. There's nothing they tweet that's not like crazy engagement. I don't know what this. Yeah, it seems okay. This might be a cook. I don't know. Do you roll the dice on something like this, or do you wait? That's a good. So, Cat's great point. So the mint price is what he's watching for. Point is, most mints are not that high. So if Bearish sells out, Abstract mint prices go up. It's a good point. Yeah, when people start realizing what traders are willing to pay, well, the market adjusts to that. So it's a good point. But like, look, I'll pull up Steady Teddy's just to compare engagement. Same, basically, very similar followers. And engagement-wise, I don't think we'll find, maybe I'll be wrong, but I don't think we'll find a tweet with less than, 150, 200 likes. I could be way wrong, but this feels more organic. And make no mistake, there'll be some botted stuff here too, for sure. Everybody games their engagement. But that does feel a little weird getting some tweets out there that are barely being touched. Right? Like there's just a little bit of a difference you see with the engagement. So it just makes me question stuff. Doesn't mean there's some fuckery there, but maybe. So I don't know, just something to notice and something to think about if you're considering minting here. But yeah, there's nothing under like what 300-400 likes basically. So there's just something a little different. Barachain, by the way, I think is launching this week. I think. But Cats, that might be a good mint, dude. So yeah, keep a close eye on that. That's cool. What else we got? Yeah, we have seen some questionable stuff already. Abstract Rocks was weird. I don't have the full scoop on this other than there's the Abstract Rocks that we talked about months ago that we tried to get on the whitelist for. They had a Google Doc out there and questions about that account and that it used to be something else. And the mint link they put out was super, super sus. And then another collection named Rocks on Abstract or something minted, and like just a lot of weird stuff. Weird stuff. Like this link gets dropped as here's our mint link, and it looks sketchy. Was it? I don't know. It might not have been. But they certainly didn't do themselves any favors. It looked kind of sus everywhere you look. And yeah, expect a lot of that when this stuff is so new. There's a lot of people looking to just extract there. But yeah, this other rock collection cooked. It did cook. In fact, let's look at some of the abstract floor prices here. Abstractors was the first mint there. I'm looking at that. It's kind of tempting. 0.01 ETH. Look, some of this stuff is going to actually like start really cooking. The rocks though, that second collection that maybe minted first, 0.07 ETH. This does remind me a lot of Ape Chain. There's a lot of similar stuff, right? But we expected that. That's why I actually wanted to mint Abstract Rocks, because without fail, a brand new chain will have a rock collection that absolutely cooks. Is it going to be the rock one here? Or is it going to be Abstract Rock? This is the one that, everybody was watching. It could be that at 0.005. Maybe roll the dice. Like maybe. But we got Abstract Penguins. Again, Abstract Punks. If we don't see Abstract Apes there yet, we're going to. I bet you we do, though. Yeah, there's Abstract Apes. Abstract Seals, right? All kinds of derivatives here. And some of them will really cook. And then we're going to get art mints over here that will do phenomenal. Like Floppa from the Kongs has that, is it called Neuro or something? He's got an AI art project that's awesome. That stuff will cook. So art's going to cook over here. Just a feeling. I think art's going to cook over here. Some of the PFPs will cook. Abstract Universe will cook. It will. Whether it's 0.15 all the way up to 0.5, I don't know yet. It's so early in that ecosystem, but something here is going to cook. That's the first one I got circled as probably going to do great. Oh, dude, volatility, yes. So hang on, let me hit a couple comments. Robert, what about Abstract Punks minting soon? Yeah, so there's already one out, unless this is still being minted, but yeah, it's like one of them will cook. Like how high, and all that? I don't know, but, Abstract Punks, Base Punks did well. Base Punks cooked for a minute. Whatever the community, kind of has consensus is the one, it'll cook. So, when they're cheap enough, maybe you roll the dice on a bunch of them. That I don't know. But Volatility mentions there's a free mint here. It's the Emmy. It's this one right here. I'm going to go to the launch pad. But free mint, Magic Eden, Abstract, Green Emmy. Open for a few days still. No harm in getting that. Maybe you get a whitelist to something, right? I like those. I just like collectibles. Off the dome, how do you know which is scam? So anything there is on Abstract Chain, but what I mean scam is like what is just going to full on rug you. You know what I mean? Like they're talking a big game and then they're out. They just take community funds and they're gone. No Discord, no Telegram, no, you know what I mean? Like there's really no way to know other than chat with people and dig into Twitter and try to find who's on the team. It's all that stuff. It's not the easiest to find that stuff. It's why, to some degree, you just got to, maybe sit back over the first few days and let things settle and find who are the good people and the good builders and the good projects. And there's no harm in missing out at the first few days. No harm there. But watching closely, like everything on Abstract, I like it. I like it a lot. I do. All right. Pudgy Penguins, though. Kind of staying on Abstract, but on the ETH side here with Pudgies. Floor price down 20% here. Little Pudgy's down almost 25%. Pudgy's in a little trouble short term. It's kind of like Azuki's after Anime Chain. Everybody dumping those Azukis. Look, I don't know how long this lasts, like the Pudgy dump, if there's an ABS token coming. By the way, Azuki, 3.7 ETH. These things were, what, 12 ETH? Like a week ago? Huge loss there. And I also think maybe a pretty nice opportunity, those guys at that price. But yeah, Pudgy's got this problem right now because people took those Pudgy Penguins at whatever price they were at. Let's say 15 ETH, 16, 20, whatever. And they took out loans from. And as that floor price is down, then you got to ask yourself, why would somebody repay that loan? If the Pudgy's worth half of what it was worth, let's say like 2/3 of what it was worth when you took that loan, why would you pay it back? Why not just take the money? And then you can buy a Pudgy and you still got that difference in money to keep, to pocket. And that's a lot of what's happening here. 150 loans underwater right now. Now, worth saying, out of those 150, like less than 50 of them are actually Pudgies. Most of them are little Pudgies. But it's part of why you're seeing that price, the floor price, continue to be driven down. So, like the lenders, maybe fearing that those Pudgies drop even further, can require the person to pay back their loan now. And if they can't, they can just basically take the Pudgy Penguin, and then they got to dump it and lock in whatever money they can get. Like, lenders are the ones that are fucked in this situation. So smart people bought Pudgies back then, took out loans, were expecting a dump, and those guys are the guys who won. Off the dome, do you think abstract NFTs will do better than meme coin NFTs or even AI NFTs? Dude, that's a good question. I mean, I really think they're all going to do great. And I think Luca's such a wild X factor. I think abstract NFTs will outperform ETH NFTs. I still think Bitcoin NFTs outperform everything. And to me, it's not even going to be close. AI NFTs will do great. Meme coin NFTs will do great, like the Marad stuff. I think they all do great. In fact, I think you pick the 3 types of NFTs. If you added in Bitcoin NFTs, to me, those are the 4 sectors of NFTs to focus on. AI NFTs, meme coin NFTs, abstract NFTs, Bitcoin NFTs. Everything else, which is basically just traditional, like ETH NFTs, you know what I mean? Like the traditional blue chips, which, those are the ones that are going to underperform. Everything you mentioned, I think they all do similar. Like Luca's such a strong X factor. I would not bet against that dude. Hoods, what's the best route? What's the best platform to avoid that and get cashed out before liquidity gets too low? If we're talking those NFTs, or if you're like a lender, I'm not sure. Hit me with that question again. Just need a little more info there. And by the way, we see this a lot. Like B-Check breaks this down. Actually, it might have been Cyrus. Somebody else broke this down and explained it, and they're right. We see this a lot. We've seen it with Bored Apes. We've seen it with Pudgies. In fact, we've seen it with Pudgies before. And then somebody like, who's the dude? Spencer, VC guy, swoops in and buys up like tons of Pudgies. Tons of Pudgies. You'll have guys that come in here and save their bags, and they just buy them up. It's a very manipulated market. It's not good. It's not bad. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. We'll see somebody come in and probably save Pudgies. If it gets bad, right? I don't know that it will, because I think Pudgy's still cream of the crop. I don't think they fall too far. But if they do, I do expect somebody with deep pockets to come in and save these bad boys. I think that'll happen. I don't have any worry that, like, the big fear is Pudgies go so low, 5 ETH, and it just scares the rest of the NFT market, and then we don't get like an NFT season really materialize. I don't think that happens. I don't think that happens at all, to be honest here. All right, I'm going to blitz through the rest. I do have to keep this as close to an hour as possible. Again, we got a lot of bull stuff cooking imminently. So, yeah. Today's newsletter day 2. Actually, fuck. Let me drop you guys a link if you don't subscribe to my newsletter. Getting close to the 4-year anniversary of this bad boy that I've been writing. I have one of the first, I think, like one of the first ever NFT newsletters. 4 years this has gone out weekly. And I bet a lot of people don't know. It's a very different audience. It's like a lot of like business professionals who don't like, they're not degens. They're not here in Web3 like day to day, right? Like we hear from a lot of people who read it. It's like doctors, lawyers, right? You know, it's just people who work all day. They're aware of NFTs. They want to stay kind of plugged in and pretty cool. They check out our newsletter. Let me drop a link for you guys so you can follow along. All right, here we go. I'll drop that in the chat. There we go. That'll come out. It comes out Tuesday afternoons. At some point, I want to get that thing daily, by the way. Like, think of like Mando Minutes or like what B-Check or Sammy does or Tyler. Tyler's like the inspiration, right? But at some point, that needs to be a daily thing, and it will get there. All right, let's blitz through this other stuff. We did get an update from OpenSea yesterday. Maybe not the update we wanted, but it's a good one. Snapshot complete. Eligible odds 49,000. In fact, during the show yesterday, it was Cosmos who was dropping in the chat. Like, hey, guys, I got OS2. And I didn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then I checked my email looking for my abstract invite, and I see my OS2 invite too. It's OpenSea 2, the beta. And snapshot taken. If you held the Genesis NFT, you're in. Pretty cool. Dude, now I'm checking my email again for that abstract invite. It's not there. All right, we got to blow up Finn today. You know what? Let's put him on the screen. I apologize, Finn. This is Finn. Feel free to blow up his DMs as well. You can't follow me and then not reply to my DMs. Not saying he's done that, but I'm going to blow up his DMs today. And we're getting on abstract. You can blow up Finn too. There he is. Finn, we're coming, man. Okay. Anyway, beta. Lots of us are in now. Look, I poked around the platform. I like it. It looks nice. Am I going to trade it and farm it? Because yes, that is a token that's coming, and you are going to farm it like Blast. Here, I'm not going to go on there. I'm not going to go on there right now, but it is farming just like Blast. Right? It's like a loyalty score. It's points for trading. It's buying, selling. It's exactly like Blast. It is. And it is leading to a token. We are getting an OpenSea token, which is cool. But dude, people are done the farming game. That's so last year. In fact, that was dead before last year, kind of. Oh, dude, Sixhole, keep that thought because I'll tell you what happened. We did find out what happened to Ron. It's a bummer. I trust the guy. That's probably Boomer relating to Boomer, but I trust the guy. But anyway, farming, rewards, and people bitching too, like, come on, okay, so you're not going to reward, like, OG traders and whatnot? Dude, some of you guys maybe didn't know, I think I ranked, like, top, like, I think it was 1,700 or so top traders. I did way more trading volume than I thought I did. That was crazy to see those numbers. But apparently I did. But yeah, like, we're not hearing anything about the rewards for OG traders. But Devin Finster did come out and said, hey, no, we got you guys, which is good. They have to. Like, I mean this, guys. I don't care about me being fed. I want it, right? But feed Beanie and feed Pranksy and feed all those early whales because they're going to take their rewards and they're going to spend it back in NFTs and meme coins and all that stuff. They are. Maybe less than they would have last cycle because I think people are feeling there's a limit to this stuff. But they will get spendy here. It will work its way to us. Gravity, good to see you, man. Dude, I think Abstract does have a bridge on their main page. Yes, I'm like 99% sure. But dude, traders on OpenSea are getting rewarded. I hope it is more than farmers. I hope. I don't trust a lot of OpenSea when I hear Henry say that. Okay, check this. I think Devin or somebody else from OpenSea, top, said when they got that Wells notice, they said, dudes, we're creating a like a legal fund for anybody else the SEC is attacking. We're going to help. And I know the Kongs reached out to them. They emailed the address they provided. They didn't hear shit back. I don't know, dude. OpenSea says things that just they'd like to say publicly. That's how I read it. Like, I know Henry's heated about that. They reached out. They're like, dude, we've been battling the SEC for a year and a half. Let's talk. Let's work together. You guys got a legal fund that you're saying is for people. Nothing. Crickets. No reply from these guys. Do they care? I don't know how much of this is just like vocal out on X and how much they really mean. And I've always had a weird suspicion that, like, look, they're not innovators. I don't know what to say about it. Something always feels off. That said, I hope they pay up, just in general. Anyway, yeah, reward the OGs. There we go. All right, let me get through, again, the rest of the points here. We'll do it quick and then Ron. But I love this. Like, this is not some big old splashy deal. Just happens to be two of my favorite Ordinals projects. It's Based Angels and Honey Badgers having a party at, what is this, Ordinals Paris? NFT Paris. Dude, good shit. Like, two of my favorite projects. Two of my biggest bets. I still, dude, you look at the price of Ordinals right now, scary. Scary, and yet no concerns on my part, none. I saw a great tweet earlier today, a dude who dumped one of his quantum cats. His tweet was like, dude, I got 3 quantum cats, I sold one. It's like he lost a little faith in it. But I scrolled down his timeline and looked, same day he tweeted out something like, man, there's all these NFT ecosystems out there. And look, and I'm adding on to this, by the way, and I start being like, we're all splintered and we lose faith in these individual ecosystems, but no one's going to lose faith in the one blockchain that has 60% of the value of all blockchains captured on it. It's Bitcoin. At some point, all the energy is going to fizzle on all these other chains to some degree. I think a lot of them survive and a lot of them got bright futures ahead, but Bitcoin is the one nobody questions. If you got to pick one home for all your stuff, it's going to be Bitcoin. I don't know who really would argue that, and I'm sure it could be argued, but I don't know. If you got to pick one place to bet on, one ecosystem, I don't know who wouldn't bet on Bitcoin. And at some point, when these prices get low enough or something else happens, people are going to have to come to that realization. It's Bitcoin. And again, these get cheap enough. There's a price point where everybody's buying. Just think about it. How cheap does a puppet have to get for you to buy it? Could be $100. Like, come up with that number in your head. But you got to realize there's a price point where you're probably a buyer. I would say you're definitely a buyer. $100, $15, whatever. There's a price point where you're a buyer. And I imagine probably every person in the world, let's say at least everybody in the world who wants Bitcoin now, there's probably a price point where everybody who wants Bitcoin also would say, okay, a collectible preserved on Bitcoin, there's a price, maybe it's $1 or $15. There's a price where I do want it. I will buy it. And that price is going to be different for everybody. And the rich guys will have a higher price. But that's only going to grow over time because the OG collections and the stuff that'll have bigger value down the road, there's only so much of it. I have no concerns of these prices. I still look at it like a crazy opportunity. And so that was that guy's point. The guy who sold the quantum cat, he's like 60% of the value's here. I would not be fading this ecosystem. Anyway, it's great to see Based Angels that I love. I think these still get to 0.25 to 0.5 Bitcoin. Not changing my predictions. My conviction in 2 years hasn't changed. And Honey Badgers, 0.003, man, free. I still think these guys are 0.1, 0.15, 0.2. There's like no scenario I cannot see them getting there. I still think, by the way, peak of the NFT markets in a year, like a year from now. We got a long year ahead of us. A lot of time for people to come back over here. Sentiment is like all-time low, but man, Magic Eden's key for all this stuff. They launched that DEX. People get burned on enough other chains, whatever. Whatever's the scenario, it's all the above. It's Bitcoin running to 200K. It's all these things. That ecosystem's going to be magic. Anyway, that was cool. I've never seen these two work together. Seeing it makes me happy. That's it. Okay, Unicorn Fart Dust Ron. Okay, if you did not hear, right, Dev behind Unicorn Fart Dust lost all his tokens. Lost all his tokens yesterday, and he records a video, like our emergency broadcast. You see it here. I'll play a little bit.
I'll tell you. That I'd still do it over again because I know there are still good people and that good attracts good. And that at the end of the day, you know, what we've done and what we'll continue to do will be good and will create prosperity and will create a better part of the world that
I love the guy. How do you not? Okay, couple thoughts. Super bummer. Also, when you hear Ron talk, you definitely realize he's going through what all of us went through when we got into crypto and NFTs and we had that aha moment. And I'm not talking about the scam part. We've probably all gone through a little bit of that. Hopefully not, but probably have. He's going through that magic part where you think what you have going on is special. It is. Look, he's got something special going. But when we all got to NFTs and crypto and we're all like, community, right? We're all shouting community, and this is the new way of doing everything, and to a degree it is. But you know where that magic thing takes over and you think you got something that nobody else has got? Look, that all changes when you hit a bear market and when your shit ain't worth anything and nobody wants it, and all of a sudden that community is not so cool. And everybody doesn't love each other the same. In fact, the people that you love are showing up like once a year, and then they don't show up anymore. Like, he's in that magic part where it rocks you. He believes every word he's saying too, as he should. I did too. And I still do to a degree. Like, I don't want to diminish that stuff, but he's only been in crypto for like 6-ish weeks. He's in that like super romantic phase. It's magic, and it is fucking magic when that happens. You know what I mean? Like, he's in that zone. So when I listen to him, I definitely hear that part. And then he got hit by this other part, which sucks, which is scammers everywhere, and they got him, and it's such a bummer. And George, that was the way I heard the story too, that he made the token to like as a knock on crypto. Like, it's goofy, this ain't shit. I make unicorn fart dust, ha ha ha, not worth anything. And then it took off, and then he started feeling the community, and actually he started seeing he had money, and he realized it's tangible. Okay, so how he lost his coin. It's one of the oldest tricks in the scam book. He didn't sign a bad transaction. He didn't do anything like that. He didn't have his seed phrase written down and somebody stole it. No, it's a bummer. Somebody asked him to do an interview, and I bet you guys already know where this is going, right? Someone asked him to do an interview, and he's like such a sweet dude. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about the fart dust. And he does the interview, and he gets a link, for the stream. And I don't think it was a malicious link either, by the way, because that is one attack. They have you download some software that steals your shit. My son had his crypto stolen from something he downloaded. It wasn't that either. He gets on the interview, and they ask him to share his screen. And once he said that, I know what they're doing next, right? They have you go like inspect a page, and they get you to go to a certain section, and they have you go to a part that shows your private key. And that's all they did. They had him go to a part. I'm reading into what he said, and I'm assuming this is exactly what they did because we've seen it many times before. They tell you to share. This is good knowledge for you guys. If you ever hear this, never share your screen. Don't go inspect stuff. Don't do any of that stuff. First off, don't download any meeting software people send you. Don't download shit on your computer with your wallets. But they tell him to share his screen, go inspect the page, go here, here, here. And then just while it's up, they press, print screen. They just grab a screenshot. Like, yeah, it looks good, man. Yeah, it seems okay. Okay, let's do the interview. And he said his spidey sense went off because the interview was just weird. But he didn't catch this till people were DMing him being like, dude, some whale's selling. He's like, no, who's selling? What's going on? And he goes and he's looking and he sees it. And then he just peeks at his wallet and his crypto's gone. So again, he shared his private key by inspecting the page while guys were looking at it and grabbed the screenshot, and it happens. And he's too new. He didn't know that happens. He definitely heard of hardware wallets and all that stuff. It wouldn't have saved him here. If they got your private key, you're fucked. You're fucked. Airdrop. The bull won't block you. The bull gets rate limited by X. So and I actually heard of that from somebody else this morning. They were asking if he's still doing the giveaway stuff. He is. We'll definitely check on it and see if there's anything funny going on with him. He might be getting upgrades too, but he doesn't block people, and rate limits definitely happen too. I'll definitely check on it though. So appreciate you mentioning that. I'll definitely check on him. There will also be another place you can engage with him where rate limits won't happen, so be aware of that. So easier way to farm soon. But yeah, good shout with that. So there's the Ron story, man. No. He didn't have the seed phrase stored, but like you have a seed phrase, but you also have a private key. It's a big string of characters. And like most people are never going to write that down, but your browser will show it in plain text if you go inspect a very specific page. And these guys know that, and they get you to inspect a page, and they can just see it, and they just screenshot. If you go, I'll literally show you guys. Like if you go in your browser, and then you can either right-click, you can do inspect, right? if you click inspect page and you can see the page, like the source code, right? So, you know, you ever go in where people, or maybe you've had to do it too, to troubleshoot your browser, you inspect it and you can see all the elements of the page and you see a console. You see all kinds of stuff there. It's like code, right? Developers use it, but it can show your private key there. George, that's a concern because we see bad guys who act like good guys and do it. You know what? Like, people can question it because this space is really, really dirty. George is asking, what if he did it on purpose? And it's only a small amount of what he owns. I mean, like, it's hard to fake that reaction. And I can tell you this, there's monsters out here who can fake that reaction. So it's fine to be skeptical. It would be crazy. And there's people who can do it, for sure. Look at Hollywood actors. They could do that shit. They're monsters. He doesn't strike me as that guy. He doesn't. I'm good at reading people. He doesn't, like, at first when I saw it, I did have that gut feeling. And then I watched the video and I just, like, let it sit. I'm like, I think he's genuinely like a good dude. And I think he got fucked. And it wasn't him talking about the scam. It was him talking about the magic of the space. I know what that feels like, and feeling his passion there. I'm like, okay, he's not faking that part. So we'll see. Now, did he sell 50% of his bag shortly after launch? Maybe. There's a part of being naive early on, too. I'm giving him some passes here, too, by the way. No permissions. If somebody's got the private key, they don't need anything. If somebody's got your seed phrase or private key, you're done at that point. The second somebody has that shit, you got no chance. Your wallet's toast. So that's a fact, guys. Somebody ever gets your private key or your seed phrase, there is nothing you can do. There's nothing. You can't revoke act. You can't do anything. Your shit's gone. Get your stuff out of your wallet instantly. Okay, now the community did set up another coin for him, a support Ron coin. I think if he had a cold wallet, they would. No, same thing, dude. If you have a cold wallet, by the way, if somebody has your seed phrase or private key, same thing. Cold wallet does not protect you from that at all. The only thing, well, okay, you're not wrong about cold wallet. You're right there. If his money was in a whole different wallet, you're right there. You're totally right there. Now, if he had a hardware wallet, which is what I was thinking right then, hardware wallet doesn't save you from much. It means if you need to approve a transaction, you don't have to type something or whatever. Like, you click a button. It doesn't help a ton. It's better than nothing. But cold wallet, yeah. Like, you have your big chunks of money, send it to a wallet that is never touched. So yeah, then the community set up another coin, a support Ron coin, and it had a multi-sig. And the weird part there is, what do you need a multi-sig if you're doing what he ended up doing, which is as soon as he got it, basically, he dumped it. Now, that is what it was for. It was a support Ron thing. Here's some free money. Problem is, probably not everybody who's buying into this coin, Justice for Ron, probably not everybody realized that. And here's the thing, with somebody like Ron who is so new, you very easily lose track of the fact that when somebody wins, somebody else loses. And not everybody who is losing is aware of that. It's not just magic internet money that you're creating value. Like, he does talk about this. We're creating value. It's all this. There's an even amount of money somewhere. When somebody's winning, somebody is losing. And I know you guys know this, but I know, especially when you're new and this feels so fucking magical and so good. And there is a lot of good from this, but the losses are coming from people who don't understand. This is why I think AI is part of the solution for UBI. It's going to find a way to balance this somehow, some way, and it's by trading attention in the future. You know, there's something here, and it's too deep of a conversation for now. We don't have the answer yet. But again, we're creating value. You are at somebody else's expense, at people who don't know, who don't understand. Probably a lot of them don't have the money to lose, and they're being reckless and spending money they shouldn't be. So as good as it feels for you, it feels equally that bad to a whole bunch of other people spread out across them. That is how it works. And I don't think we're considerate enough about that. We're not. We quickly fall back to, because it, sometimes benefits us. We're like, it's a game, it's PvP, it's a game. But, when you're preaching good, I'm not saying he's bad. No, I think he's a great dude. But you got to remember, every win has an equal loser, and maybe it's smaller losses spread out, but it feels the same kind of loss. It feels as bad across the board. It's somebody is losing every single time. Every time. And it might be that they're losing down the road, But the loss is definitely going to be there. It's a net even across the board. It is. And so Ron will have part of his journey where he realizes that too. And none of that's to say he's a bad dude. He's not. I think he's a really good dude. I think he's a sweet guy. And, you know, all that. He's not dumb. He gets markets. He definitely does. I do think people get caught up in crypto being magic and different. I do think, like, look at this. It took me forever to understand, like, liquidity pools. Like, and where does the price come from? Like, I get supply demand, but where does the number come? Like, I didn't get it. A part of me thought it was magic. I could get somebody who's new, really not understanding crypto. Not understanding and just going with it, and you learn as you go, and part of it's faking it till you make it. I can buy that part of it is like not understanding the other side of it. I can kind of buy part of that. And then also not putting the time in enough right now to think through like all of it. But either way, this is part of crypto. It comes with the territory. It is a game. It is gambling more than it is a movement. There is a movement aspect to this, but we're talking about prices and wins and losses. It's a game. And he got outgamed. One thing I love about Ron is when he got scammed, as in when his X account got hacked, he said basically GG to the hacker, like really talented guy. Like, that's pretty fucking cool. I wish he did good stuff with it, but pretty cool. Like GG's. And he kind of does that a little with this thing too. It's like super talented guy. You know, like, I like that he does that shit. And it would be nicer if we were all on the same team, all as a force, pushing in you know, one direction against maybe truly bad people wherever they are. I don't know. OSF actually chimed in on that part where he dumps those tokens. Again, community token set up for him. Here's for you, Ron, and then he dumps it. It's like, well, that is kind of what it was for. Maybe he needed more instructions. Like, no, LP that. You keep the fees you earn on people trading. It's all the same. Again, it evens out over time. But this probably kills the shelf life of that thing, and it hurts more people faster, and it's more like in your face. You know, again, whatever. It's a game. Ron played the game. He's going to change his rules up a little bit, and he's going to learn. And Ron, you know, best thing would be that Ron doesn't leave the game and he continues to be a force for good, and that's exactly what he said. Yeah, I think he's a good dude. Good dude, learning a lesson, and he will just get better from it. So there we go. All right, let me see if there's anything else to touch on. There's a couple things. Again, I will blitz through them because I got to get out of here. You guys know Harold, the Feel the Pain guy. He's definitely got a token coming. It's coming through Meme Land, a.k.a., 9gag, whatever. That's ramping up here, too. There's definitely a Binance partnership here, too. But Pain token's coming. I think you could tweet at him, like, painful moments in your life, and maybe in crypto, and maybe you get some kind of Pain airdrop, maybe. Which is great. This guy's fucking awesome. It sounds like Runes soon gonna have like a minimum or a maximum amount you can have like listed or something, but also like auto splits are coming. That's on Magic Eden. So that's a nice little update here. Assassin, good to see you, bro. Myself, I like that. It's all send, receive, hold. Only magic is token generation. Yeah, part of it, the magic's not quantifiable. It's like monetizing attention's kind of magic. But yeah. All right, and I'll end on fucking, what is it, Trevor, this little punk asshole who launched a shitty token. And I won't name the token, whatever, but he's a little dickhead. And says some crazy racist shit, and everybody's wondering, like, when are people going to catch up with this guy and, like, wreck his ass? And they got him, dude. They fucking got him. Hang on, let's watch this clip. Justice served. I actually thought he'd get a lot worse, but you knew it was a matter of time till this gets him.
That funny shit, huh? Sorry. What's up with all that funny shit? We finally caught that fucking white boy that was saying that one on TikTok and shit. Sorry. We finally caught his bitch ass. What the fuck is funny? What the fuck is funny? We robbed his ass. Look at this. That funny shit, huh?
Tell them motherfucking police pick me up. I got them youngins gone crazy.
They robbed his ass. I don't know. I mean, if there's somebody who deserves that, it's him, and whatever. It was coming. It was a matter of time till that happens, and it happened. So there we go. All right. There we go. Newsletter coming today. I think news coming today. Oh shit. Hang on. Trev didn't rug. Or if you're talking raw, yeah, actually volatility, that did look maybe rug to me too. or excuse me, that did look staged to me too. Ron didn't rug. Ron got scammed. And if that was about Trev, he didn't rug. He's just being a shithead. Dave Portnoy. I've been looking into if it's possible to make a shit ton of money on my own meme coin without screwing people over. Dude, he's trying to solve the Ron thing, like what we were just talking about. No, if you make money, somebody else loses money. That simple. Here's the deal. If you can get like VCs and businesses, maybe feel better about taking their money. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's better, easier. You know what I mean? Like that's different. To me, it's different. It's not as fun taking people's money who don't have it to lose, and also they shouldn't be playing the game, and you know, whatever. Anyway, Dave Portnoy considering exactly this thing. I think it's impossible for now. So maybe. Anyway, guys, have a great freaking day. We should have an afternoon show today. I may be live with something else earlier or later, whatever. I might be live with something else. If announcements today, I'll be live with it. How about that? But have a great day. I'll see you guys later.